getting pretty good. Hello! Oh, hi, Big Ugly Hand. I'm okay today. I can help you. Okay, thanks, Big Ugly Hand.
Hello, everybody. These are pages 10 and 11 of the Let's Go 4 workbook, and this is the start of Unit 2, which is called Hopes and Dreams. So in this unit, we're going to learn how to talk about what we want to be in the future and what we want to do in the future. But the first part was just called Let's Talk. And in this one, Scott and Jenny were talking just about what they want to do, and then they had a good idea. In the student books, their dialogue looked like this.
What do you want to be?
I want to be a singer. What about you?
I want to be a dancer. I have a great idea.
What is it?
Let's sing and dance together.
In the school show. Fantastic!
Okay, so let's do part A, which just says read and number. Number 1's already here, so trace that. Number 1 says, what do you want to be? And then Scott says, I want to be a singer. And then Scott asks Jenny, what about you? So that's number 3. And Jenny says, I want to be a dancer. And then Jenny says one more time, I have a great idea. So that's number 5. Scott asks, what is it? Number 6. Jenny says, let's sing and dance together. Number 7. And then Scott finishes her idea, in the school show. Fantastic. So they're gonna practice for their future jobs by singing and dancing in the school talent show. Cool. Part A is done. Okay, and this is part B, and it just says read and match. So we have to draw a line from the words that tell the name of the job to the picture for the job or occupation, as we learned in Let's Go 3. In your student book, these different jobs look like this.
An astronaut.
A singer.
A musician.
A news reporter.
A writer.
A scientist.
All right, let's match up. Number 1 says, a musician. No. Yes, she's playing the violin, so she is a musician. Number 2, a news reporter. No. Yes, she has a microphone, she's telling the news, so she's a news reporter. Number 3, a writer. No. Maybe no. Yes, he's a writer, I guess. He's typing on a computer. He has some story pages here. He is a writer. Okay. Next, number 4 says a scientist. No. And yes, she is looking at some beakers and she's recording stuff. So she is a scientist. Draw a line over. Number 5 says an astronaut. That's actually a scientist in space. So there's an astronaut right there. And number 6 says a singer, somebody who sings. That's the last one. So we'll draw up to him. And there we go. Part B is finished. Okay, the next part is part C. It says write the questions and answers. And in this case, we're going to be asking you. So we'll ask the question, what do you want to be? So in the future, what kind of job or occupation do you want? And the answer pattern is going to be, because it's you, that changes to I, and want to be, and then the job. So what do you want to be? I want to be, And it looked like this when we did our student books. Okay, so let's try it. She's asking the question, so let's fill it in. What, big W-H-A-T, space do, space you, space want to be? And he says, I want to be, and this is a man playing a guitar, so that should be musician. So we'll write a musician. M-U-S-I-C-I-A-N. A person who does music. Musician. Next, she's asking now, and she asks her friend, what do you want to be? So big W, H-A-T, space D-O, space Y-O-U, space W-A-N-T, space T-O, space B-E. What do you want to be? She answers, I want to be, with nice spaces in between. Okay, I see a beaker and she's wearing a lab coat. So this must be a scientist. A scientist. S-C-I-E-N-T-I-S-T. Person who does science. And the last one, this boy is asking his friend, and he says, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? And his friend answers, I want to be, and I don't see much in here. Maybe this is a writer. Using the vocabulary that we learned today, I would say this is a writer. So let's put a writer. W-R-I-T-E-R. A person who writes. And with that, part C is done. Okay, this is part D, and it just says, what about you? Right. I have a question here. What do you want to be? So for part D, they want you to tell about what kind of job you want to have in the future. Do you think you're going to be a doctor, or are you going to be a race car driver, or maybe you're going to be an engineer? You can write whatever you want here. For me, I'm just going to write what I'm doing now. So I'm going to write, I want to be, and for me, I'll put a teacher. But you can put any job you want in this spot. And just like that, these 2 pages are all done. Good job, everybody.